Dude, do you know anything about colts? This has
Colts?
nothing to do
Oh,
with
like
what
the
we're talking
horse,
about.
like horses colts, or like a colt, like a
Like religious cult?
religious cult. Okay,
Not
yeah,
a horse.
not like the Indianapolis Colts.
No.
No, okay. I thought you were talking about colts here with horseshoes and stuff. No,
Nah,
dude,
bro.
I don't know anything about those, but I do know about regular colts. What
Well,
cult
let's
are we
talk
talking
about
about?
religious cults.
Dude, what religious cult are we about to get into?
Dude, I was watching a documentary. It was crazy. My girlfriend showed it to me. It's called Keep Sweet and Obey. It's about like...
That sounds kinky. Keep sweet
It's
and
a
okay,
little,
dude.
it is a little kinky.
I knew it, dude. Those title makers.
But it's kinky in the wrong way. It's not the way you
shit.
want to be kinky.
That's not good.
Yeah. Nah, dude, like, it's just, like, crazy to think about, like... Because whenever you hear about crazy cults, I feel like you think, like, that all that happened, like, in the 50s or 60s.
Right. This is generations
You're just, like...
ago.
You're just thinking, like, you know, people today are too smart for that. We're not...
I am, dude. Can't get me.
I'll try. Nah, but there's
says
like...
the one who's been in, like, 3 cults.
Who, me?
No, me.
No,
Like,
dude, there's a
half
guy, or there's this cult in Utah, and they basically come from, like, the Mormon church, so they believe in, like, polygamy.
They believe in many things.
Hold on, wait. Frick words.
They believe in polygons.
Multi-wife families. What is that called?
Polygamy.
Polygamy.
I think, yeah.
Anyway,
They're
words.
polyamorous.
Yeah. So basically, like, yeah, they just like marry. Like, they believe they have to have at least 3 wives to make it to, like, the best part of heaven.
Dude,
they were like, you know, heaven has levels. Like, you know, they believe to get up top, get to big dogs, you have to have 3 wives. The leader of this cult had like 68 wives, and had
one
like,
away, dude. Just one away. Like, he was one wife off from the perfect number of wives.
No, the perfect number was 3. Is 65 the wait? What are you saying?
65 is 3 away from 68.
You think 69
I'm not saying
is the perfect number?
No,
bro?
dude, get your mind out of the gutter. I'm
Are
talking
you
about
in middle
67,
school?
bro. I'm talking about
You in
67,
middle school,
dude.
bro?
Get your mind out of there, bro.
Bro, the perfect number is 77, and we all know why.
I don't know. Am I missing a reference here?
No, I don't know
dude.
why. I just really like that number. It's in my
It's
email.
the wife number.
It's in all of my passwords. Wait.
Wait, what did I just say through this microphone?
Yeah, 77's a good number. Anyway,
what does this got to do with them? Like, what happened?
Nah, dude. Well, basically, like, the reason why they got in trouble is because they would marry off like 14-year-olds to like 35-year-old, 55-year-old men.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm obviously joking.
But yeah, so I just thought that was crazy. But like, what's crazy to me is like, I mean, it did get pretty like to the point where they couldn't leave the compound. But before they got to that point, like, they were allowed to just leave. And like, people who left are allowed to just come back, but like, they're shunned, so like, their family members won't talk to them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, if I was in a cult and I can just leave, I think I would just leave. Or like, if my brother left and then he came back and he's like, bro, let me tell you about the outside world.
That's Rumspringa, dude.
I would at least listen. I'll be like, all right, what's going on?
Dude,
like,
the Mormon, you realize that those Mormons took a playbook out of the Amish, right?
No, I'm not saying no. They're not allowed to come back. It's not Rumspringer.
Oh, like you're like
what I'm saying is they're allowed to leave, but if they leave, they're not like their family shuns them.
Yeah, you can't come
like
back.
if they're like, I want to come back, they're like, I don't know who you are. Who are you? Like,
oh, they don't give them like a one shot.
Yeah, or like if some random man who has like 5 wives and 30 children,
right,
like does something wrong, they'll kick him out, and then they'll reassign their wives and children to different men, and they'll tell them like, this is your father now. Your other father doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, you have to
Isn't that crazy?
Like, imagine you join this cult and you got to tell your friends and family, and it's like, where are you going? It's like, I'm gonna be a backup husband over at the cult down in Utah.
Yeah, bro.
Like, you never know. We might need a. I'm not the starting husband right now, but he might get kicked to the curb.
Dude, one of the guys they were interviewing in the documentary, he was like one of the cult leaders' like sons, and they were like, how many siblings do you have? And he was like, he said, I have like 64 brothers. And I was like,
oh my Lord. And they're all like legit
that's just
related.
brothers, bro. That's just brothers.
It's a pregnancy farm, dude. That's no cult, dude. That's a farm, bro.
Bro,
That's a farm.
they're breeding children, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and apparently this is like
Dude.
the craziest part. The cult for me is like apparently this man is just in prison now, like the leader, and like there's people still
Makes
in the
sense.
cult, and like he just leads the cult from prison, and I'm just like, why don't these people just like
Leave.
leave?
It's wild what you
Like,
can do
I
with
under-
technology these days in prison.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I think people just visit him, and like he'll just like give his sermons to the people that visit him, and they write down every word.
Oh.
Or like he'll call someone, and then they'll put him on speakerphone, and then he'll just give a sermon from the speakerphone stuff.
Dude, I don't know. We should study guys like that because you got to have some type of like negotiating energy. Like that guy could have been a top like FBI negotiator probably.
Yeah.
And then he ended up running a cult from jail. Like that is skill. Like that's a real skill.
Oh,
To
this
be able
guy-
to run
I
a
mean,
full
he's
scale
smart,
cult
but,
from
like,
jail, but
I just think
through
it's
the
crazy.
glass.
Like, but the thing is, you have to realize. I think this cult has started. Like, this cult started a while ago, and he took over. His dad was the original prophet, and then
dude, this is like a nepotism
and
cult
he
right
was
here.
like he's the guy who took it over. I think
Yeah.
in like the 90s or something. So like everyone that's in the cult like was born into it. Like
Yeah.
they don't allow any outsiders. Like you can't just like walk up there and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
Like I
Can I
believe.
join the cult?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't think you can do that. I think everyone's in it.
Can I be a part of the cult?
Yeah.
No,
this is
sir, you
I want
can't.
3 wives.
Can you?
Preferably all 18 years old at least. Like, is that
preferably?
Oh, also the way they do the marriages is like the prophet, so the guy that's in jail, he's the one that arranges all the marriages. Like no one just like goes up. You don't like date someone and just be like,
Oh,
"Oh, will you
dude.
marry me?" Like literally like
No courtship.
literally one day he's just like, God put Mary Beth Ann in my mind this morning, and you know what? I think she's marrying Jim Bob down at the corn farm, so they're gonna get married now. And then that night they get married. Like that's just how it happens.
I'd take it back. I don't think it takes a lot of skill to be a cult leader because my teachers used to just put us in random groups for projects. There's
Yeah.
no difference, dude.
Yeah.
That's the exact same thing.
Dude, high school's a cult. Think
All
about
the
it.
school is, dude. You think because all you're doing is
Think
getting
about
in
it.
there, getting put in group projects
You
without
just-
anything.
Just get in there. You can't leave.
Yeah. Every now
Till
and
they tell you
every
to
now
leave.
and then, some
Your
older-
parents aren't on it.
yeah, your parents are allowed inside. They gotta pick you up.
You gotta go
Dad,
through
can you pick me
security.
up from the cult? We're
There's
over.
cameras.
It's over today.
It's over.
Cult's over. We let out early.
Dude, you gotta do the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. It's like a prayer. It's like a little prayer. Well, shout out to the Lord, you
Yeah,
know?
dude. And that, dude, you can't sit down for the pledge there. Dude, you
Dude.
can't call her. You can't call him Kaepernick. It opened the
I
cult.
don't think I ever tried like just not doing Pledge of Allegiance at school. I wonder how.
Really,
Have you?
dude? I didn't do it half the time. Yeah. Well, dude. Okay. Let me.
Like you
preface
wouldn't
it.
stand up, or you wouldn't say it.
I just like.
Dude,
I
are you even
realized.
American, bro. What-
No, I just realized that like it wasn't like a real thing. Like I thought as like what, elementary school, most of middle school. Yeah, dude. Like I was standing up. I was like, yeah, I'm pledging the flag, dude. I'm an American, you know? And then I kind of realized like this is the only thing I do every single day that has any sort of like real patriotism to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is it doing? And I was like, nothing. Like I'm not being productive at all.
Sure.
I'm not like reaffirming any ideology. I just am saying something. And it wasn't like I would ignore it. It was just like, okay, let's say if I'm working on a piece of homework that's due, like I'm going to keep doing that. It wasn't
Yeah.
like, it was just a passive decision. It wasn't like, I'm tired of getting tricked by the Pledge of Allegiance.
America.
I've been tricked all these years to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Now
I guess I
I'm
didn't
not
really
gonna.
like think about the Pledge of Allegiance too much. I don't know, but yeah, schools are a cult.
Yeah, I just didn't know what it meant to make a pledge, dude. I was like, I don't know if I can pledge myself to this. Like, I was like, I don't know
Dude,
what I'm
it's
getting
a
into
pledge
here.
and an allegiance, bro. It's,
And an allegiance, dude. Oh my god, like, yeah, because you can't have an allegiance unless you pledge first, dude.
yeah, dude.
That's
it's
always
all
true.
It's all of them combined, bro. What if we had a Pledge of Allegiance?
Like for like the podcast, or just our friendship, just a pledge of
Yeah, what
allegiance.
if every time I saw you, I'm like,
You have to stand and put
I
your
play
hand
some,
over
like-
some body part, and then
Yeah.
recite a line to me, and then we have to write each other's out, and like
Dude.
you have to write mine for you.
I
And
pledge allegiance to this Joe.
to this Joe. I can't even think.
I don't even know the other words of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Now I think about, dude, they did get me though. Yeah, because I just tried to think of what a Pledge of Allegiance would sound like to you, and I couldn't think of anyone that didn't have the cadence of like the regular Pledge of Allegiance. I was trying to think like, oh, what would I say? And I kept thinking like da 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 da.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, they didn't get you. It's just how your mind associates the Pledge of Allegiance.
They got me, dude.
That's
Don't
not
tell me
getting you.
otherwise. They got me.
You can just say like, I pledge allegiance to flag.
Yeah.
That.
It's like a 90s rap thing, like I pledge allegiance to the flag. Yeah, dude.
I got a dime bag in my pocket. I don't know.
Joe Body. It's another Joe Body. It's Joe Body. And another Joe Body. Another one. Joe Body. This is a new episode of Joe Body.
Oh shit, I wasn't even recording. Fuck.
I want your body. I need your body. As long as you got me, you don't need nobody.